We are gathered here to fill you with
My grandmother told me about the forest near her home. A place that no one shouldn't go into alone. It's forbidden, she said. People go missing all the time there. It's really bad. She told me to promise to never go in there. No matter what you hear, please be aware. It's full of despair. I promised to her that I would stay away, that I would listen to her warnings and obey. But she won't tell me why I shouldn't go into the woods. She kept that information from me. I wish she hadn't, so I could have avoided this tragedy. We had no incidents when I was a child. Everything was calm for a while. But now, I'm grown, and I have a family of my own. My grandmother has passed, and I've inherited her home. Me and my wife just had a baby. And this is where my troubles began, where the devil creeped in. As soon as we brought the baby to the house, at night, we would hear whispers from the forest. It was really loud. During the day, blackbirds would fly into our windows. It freaked us out for sure. The roots from the trees were surrounding our house, invading our grounds. And disembodied screams and chanting filled our home. Such horrible sounds. But the worst of all, I started to see my grandmother at the edge of the woods, beckoning me to bring the baby into the forest. But that was impossible. So, me and my wife sent for a priest to bless our home. But it was going to take a few days before he comes, because where we lived was very remote. Me and my wife prayed every night hoping we could keep the evil at bay. Unfortunately, it didn't, to my dismay. Me and my wife decided to take shifts. Her in the day to watch over the baby, and me at night. We did everything we could to protect our baby girl. To us, she was our world. One night, when it was my time to be on guard, I made a grave mistake that cost me it all. I fell asleep, and when I woke up, my wife and baby was gone. My front door was left wide open. I jumped up and ran to the door. I saw my wife with the baby entering the woods. I called out to her to stop, but it didn't do me any good.
Now, let us take a little break, just for a moment, for us to say, please take this time to like and comment. We love to hear from you, for you to let us know you like what we do. And if you're new, please subscribe and become a part of our crew. Thank you.
It's like she was in a trance, like she was being controlled by someone or something's commands. I ran after her into the forest to stop her advance. I felt like this would be my last chance. She stops in a clearance, a void of trees, which was weird because it was in the middle of the forest, where you would think it would be full of trees. But instead, there was a deity that was part tree and woman that wasn't there before. She stooped over 15 feet tall. I was in awe, just floored. I could hear her in my head telling my wife to place the baby down on a pile of leaves. Then suddenly, the woman started to come out of the trees. I was terrified and stunned in disbelief. And before I could make a move, the deity impaled my wife. I could still hear her screams. The woman from the trees ran over to my wife, and they started to feast. I was petrified. I could feel my warm tears well up in my eyes. She was gone. They completely cleaned her bones. But I had to shake off my grief for now, and needed to save my baby girl. I charged towards the pile of leaves to grab my baby and to retreat. I wasn't going to let them stop me. But as I got close, I was lifted off my feet. I was hovering in the air by a force that wouldn't let me get close to my baby. I couldn't get near her. I was in suspended animation, not able to move. I felt helpless. There was nothing I could do. Then suddenly the tree deity spoke to me. She said,
I am the guardian of these woods. I am the forest, and the forest is me. And collectively, we are the witches in the trees. We have protected these trees for millions of years. We have always been here. You and your family are trespassing on our land. But long ago, we made a pact. Actually, it was with your grandmother, in fact. She promised us a new life. A baby girl would be ours. Do you understand? We have now come to collect our debt.
I told her, I don't owe you anything. I didn't make this promise to you. If you let me go, I will leave with my baby and leave your land forever. This is what I can offer, and this is what I will do. The deity said,
We cannot accept this agreement. You will have to honor the original pact. Your grandmother's blood runs through you, which keeps you bound to her contract. Your daughter belongs to me. She will become a witch in the trees.
I watched as my baby girl sinked into the leaves. She disappeared, never to be seen. The tree deity released me and dropped me to the ground, and when I stood up and looked around, the deity and witches were nowhere to be found. I was left there all alone. No wife, no baby, my whole family is gone. The next day, the priest did finally arrive to help bless my home. He found me sitting in the dark, all alone. He asked me, "What happened here to you, my child? The woods are smoldering and burnt down to the ground. Where is your wife and baby? I can tell you are lost. Let me help you and be your guide." I just smiled with the lighter in my hand. I told the priest, I know revenge is a sin and can corrupt the hearts of men, but sometimes you have to let the devil in.